welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you are new to this channel, welcome. This is the place where you want to be. Please do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Today we are talking losing friends and family on episode 3 of #Talks with Tinah. For those that don't know, this is a segment that I have introduced to my channel where you get to know me in depth, where we get to speak about real, authentic conversations, and obviously we get to engage on social media on what topics to discuss next. So please do follow me on my social media handles at @Tinah_M on Twitter, at Tinah Turner on Instagram, at Tinah Mashilwane on both YouTube and TikTok. However, I do engage a lot with my followers on Twitter. So please do follow me on Twitter at @Tinah_M. That's where I ask my followers what topics I should speak about on this segment on my channel. So today we are speaking about losing friends and family. And it's interesting that I was asked to speak about this topic because I can relate a lot with it. Personally, obviously, over the years, I've lost a lot of people along the way, whether it be friends or family. It's been a very hectic journey regarding that. So obviously I'll go into depth on some of the things I have experienced within some of my friendships, within some of my relations with family members, etc. And obviously I'll also give you ways on how you can get over that trauma of losing people and, you know, taking care of your mental health more than anything. So as usual, I have jotted down some notes. So let's get right into it. Okay, so obviously, you guys need to understand that sometimes you're not the main character in everyone's story. And as bitter as this pill is hard to swallow, this is just something you need to accept. Just because you love and respect someone doesn't mean you'll always get that in return. And I'll give you personal examples of situations I've been in where I realized that I was not the main character in someone's story. So for one, I went out years ago with a friend of mine. We went to high school together, and then varsity, she went to Vets, I went to Monash, and we still kept in touch. So our friendship grew, like we had a really close bond until this one weekend where she hit me up and she said, "Girl, what are you doing? Do you have plans?" I'm like, "No, I'm just chilling at home." And she's like, "No, please ask your mom if I can fetch you so that we go out. I'm bored. I just want to go out and have fun." So obviously my mom could notice that I was on the phone, and I then asked her while my mom was on the line, and while my friend was on the line, and I asked her if I could go out. She agreed. This particular friend came to pick me up. So she picked me up. In the car, it was her boyfriend at the time, as well as a friend, another male friend who was friends with the guy she was dating at the time. So we went out, we had fun, and eventually I wanted us to go try out another spot in a different location. So the boyfriend was driving the car, and I was like, "No, man, guys, there's a specific place we can go to. Let's go have fun." And the guy was like, "Hi, bo, you're not gonna tell us what to do when we are the ones driving using our petrol." Guys, I had a glass of wine in my hand. Did I not throw that glass right at him while he was driving? Because how disrespectful. This guy stopped the car and he literally pulled me out of the car. Like he was literally dragging me on the floor out the car. And my friend just stood there and she was just like, "I'm not getting involved." And that's literally how our friendship ended. I have not spoken to her. This is something that happened in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So 8 years later, we haven't been in touch. I know she's married now, and I know she's got a son. She's doing very well for herself, according to what I see on social media. But her and I have never spoken, and my mom always keeps asking me about her. Where is so-and-so? How is she doing? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Because, I mean, you are not going to just stand there and let me be disrespected by your so-called boyfriend and not do anything about it. I am very sensitive when it comes to things like that. I understand, Uguti, when you're in a relationship, you need to sort of be neutral between your partner and your friend, but being disrespected to that level and you're not doing anything about it is where I draw the line. So as much as it hurt, I could get over it and I moved on from it. I still wish her well. I don't hate her. I just hate how she reacted to the whole situation at the time. But with that experience, it just showed, Uguti, guys, do not put people on a pedestal where they're not putting you on that pedestal. Like, don't do it, because you'll be disappointed. You will have some sort of resentment towards that person, because you feel like you are entitled to being put on a pedestal, whereas they don't value you like that. So those are just some of the lessons I learned within that friendship. And yeah, in general, I just have a really, really hard time with maintaining friendships. And sometimes people will say, oh, you're always the toxic one. That's why your friendships never last. Sometimes, guys, it's not you being the toxic one. Sometimes I want to buy a tele. And, you just need to draw the line at some point and be like, yo, I love you as my friend, but this is where it ends. This is the bus stop. You don't disrespect me like that. So because I am that type of individual, I find it hard maintaining friendships. I find it hard maintaining any sort of relation with the next person. I stand my ground. I don't succumb to bullying. I said what I said and I don't fold. So maybe the execution of how I do it is rather mean, for lack of a better word. But in general, I'm just that person. I don't succumb to bullying, and I don't like people that are two-faced. So that's why it's easy for me to lose out on friendships based on that. So yeah, sure, I've experienced a lot, guys. So let me give you another example. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but sometimes when you're in an environment and you're chilling together and there's a specific topic being discussed, and obviously you want to put in your 2 cents, and now people are looking at each other like, what is she saying? And they know very well that what she said is valid, but because it came out of your mouth, then it's giving bombastic side eye, and you're just like, hi bo, what is wrong with what I say? Just because you said it, now they have a problem with it, because obviously the narrative that they're trying to push about you suits how they choose to see you. So obviously what you say invalidates your opinion at that time when you're chilling with certain individuals. So I've experienced that a lot, and I've separated myself from people like that, because I've realized that I cannot beg for a seat at people's tables when I can build my own type of thing. So I'm just at a point in my life where if you love me, you love me. If you don't, it's fine. We keep it moving. But what I'm not going to do is to conform to the narrative in which you choose to see me. I'm not going to do that. If you feel that I'm too much, I'm too loud, I'm too whatever, go find someone that is not that. I am not going to change who I am to try and fit in, because I was not created to fit in. I was created to stand out more than anything. So yeah, with friendships, it's been like that. It is what it is with me. I make friends very easily, and I lose them very easily as well. I'm not one to, hoard on people who are meant to leave my life. I'm just not that person. Some branches need to fall off at some point, and we keep it moving. No hard feelings. Sometimes, guys, you're not aligned with a specific individual, with your goals, your aspirations, what you want to achieve, and those type of things. Sometimes you're just not aligned with people like that. Those people gotta go as well, because they're gonna strain you along, and you're gonna be so demotivated. It's gonna affect your mental health, because you're going to realize at the end of the day that this is not me. I'm off ramping now. I need to get back on track, and the only way to getting back on track is to literally separate myself from people who are not aligned with my goals and where I want to go in life. So yeah, that's all I have to say regarding friendships. Sure. At most, I'm friends with childhood friends. These are people I grew up with. These are people I went to church with. So I'll give you examples. Mabatu, Neo, who else? Ooh, childhood friends. But yeah, those are just some of the people that I grew up with Mabatu. I met in varsity. Neo is my childhood friend, and a very close family friend. Like her family and my family are like, we attend each other's things like that. So I don't see her often because she's always overseas. She's always traveling because she studied drama, so she does theater work. But when I do catch up with her, like, it's always a vibe with her, you know? So those are the people that I value, because these are some of the people that have been with me even when I went through my long-term a breakup with that man. Oh gosh. Even when I went through my breakup from that long-term relationship, this is exactly what I wanted to say actually. They were there for me. They supported me. At some point they would send me money so that I could, you know, buy nappies for my daughter, those type of things. So these are the type of people that I value, and they don't judge me. I can have real authentic conversations with them, and it's absolutely amazing every time I speak to them. You know, I know that I'm in a comfortable space. I can break down that wall and just, you know, be myself when conversing with them. And then over the years, I've met really amazing people. Vuyo is one of them, really, really amazing person. Shout out to him for always having my back, you know. I remember there was an incident, if it's not last year, it's the year before, it was last year, where a specific individual was having a birthday braai, and I was not invited to that braai. Okay. I was not invited to that braai because, there was a lot of tension going on there. Not to say I wasn't invited, but I chose not to go because I didn't want any drama. And the people that were at that specific braai, I know for a fact that there are people that don't like me like that, and I was okay with not being there, because one thing about me, I am, like I said, I'm not begging for a seat at people's tables when I can build my own. So I chose to do my own thing. Later on that evening, Vuyo gave me a call and he was like, "Why are you not here?" And I was like, "Hey dude, you know how this crew is. Certain individuals don't like me there, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm just not gonna beg anymore to be wanted or accepted in this group. So I've decided to separate myself, and that is honestly the best decision that I've ever made for myself, and I'm okay with it." And Vuya was just like, "There is no way in hell I am requesting an Uber for you from wherever you are to this birthday braai." And Vuya did just that, guys. When I literally landed, everyone left. Like, by the time I got there, everybody had already started their engines and drove off. And I'm just like, does my spirit irritate people that much, guys? Like, to a point where ustati moto and you leave because I am now there in your presence. That is wild business. That is wild business. I'll never understand what people's problem is of me. If anything, I am the most authentic person that you could ever meet. I call a spade, bullshit is bullshit, and I guess that's why people don't like me. Abantu bathanda ukubhayisikela, and I'm not the one. I don't ncenga friendships like that. I can't be nceing life and nceing a person, guys. No ways. I need to pick a struggle, and I'd rather ncenge impilo, because impilo will give me what I want. Umngani, they come and go, and it is what it is. So Vuyo has had my back like that. Who else? Oh my gosh, Kabza and I always go out for lunch and dinners when we have time. We catch up. We're really good friends. He's a confidant more than anything. He's someone I go to when I really need to offload, and I know that I'll never be judged by him when speaking to him and things like that. So he's also played quite a pivotal role in my life, and I'm really, really appreciative of that. Let me just see. Quite a few, actually. There's also Nana. Nana is not only a colleague, but she's also a friend now. We obviously met at work. She's absolutely amazing. I also don't see her often, but when I do, we make the best of it, and we like just catch up and we gossip a lot. So she's really amazing as well. And then there's Lwazi. Lwazi is the biggest confidant. Like, he's literally someone I go to, and I'm raw and unfiltered when I am with him, and we have the most fun. Actually, him and Sanela are are my close friends. So Lwazi and Sanela are really people that have been down for me like that. They've shown me more support than anybody could have ever shown me. So yeah, shout out to them, love them so much. So yeah, man, as long as I've got those few people in my life, I'm good. I don't need a bunch of friends. No, I'm good with 1 or 2 people that I can, vibe with, I can go out with, have fun, get sloshed, come back home and, just reminisce about the previous night or whatever it is. So yeah, I like my circle very small. Now the older I've gotten, I've realized that I don't need a whole circle of friends. I don't need that because there's a lot of disloyalty that goes within crews like that. So I've separated myself from that nonsense, and the tribe that I have is more than enough for me. So I'm good. Sure. If you've watched episode 2 of Daddy Issues, I also speak about having a relationship with my father until not having it anymore. So I think that's why I've become so nonchalant, which is a toxic trait, shame. I need to get rid of this side of me because it's not a good trait at all. But I have become nonchalant to people in general. I'm okay with not having people in my life anymore. I'm okay with people leaving. I lose people all the time. So I've become so immune to losing people that it doesn't affect me that much anymore, because I mean, my own father doesn't have a relationship with me because that's his choice, and I'm okay with that. I've healed from that. Well, not healed, I'm still healing from that, because obviously if you've watched episode 2 of #Talks with Tinah, where I speak about daddy issues, I speak about how it's affected my relationships with people, whether romantic or platonic relationships, and I've also explained how it's also affected my dating life. I didn't go much into depth with that, so I'll go into depth now. So even with romantic relationships, if you decide to wake up one day and you decide you no longer want me like that, then it's fine. Like, yes, I'll cry for 2 days maximum. Okay, sometimes a week max. After that, life must move on. Not recently, but like a few months ago. When was this actually? A few months ago, last year, beginning of this year. I recently got in contact again with someone I started speaking to in 2020. And I remember it was in 2020, just before COVID, because that's when my Date My Family episode aired. Yes, I was on Date My Family. If you do want to check it out, it is on Showmax, season 8, episode 3. Check it out, it is on Showmax. So him and I started speaking right after that episode aired, and then we had a fallout. So earlier this year, he commented on one of my tweets on Twitter, and then I realized, Uguti, man, it's that guy. So I follow back, and then I DM him. I'm like, hey bro, how you doing? A long time. And he's like, yeah, hi, blah, 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 blah. So obviously we attempted on speaking again, and we said we'd meet, and that never materialized. And at the end of the day, this guy expected Uguti ngimncenge, and I'm just like, no, darling, no. One thing I don't do is beg men. I don't have time for that. Your own mother doesn't beg you, and what makes you think, Uguti, I'm gonna do the begging? It's not happening, sweetie. It's not happening. So eventually I was just like, this guy's rude. So we had a fallout because he wanted for us to meet, and I kept saying, okay, you want us to meet, but you need to give me a date and time. I mean, you have much time on your hands. I can maneuver my schedule and see if we can make it work. And guys, it was the conversation was flowing. We'd literally speak during load shedding. So we had this thing where every time the sheds hit, we would literally speak over the phone until the lights came back. So either he would buy the minutes or I would buy the minutes, and we'd literally speak until the lights came back. Like, so we had that thing, it became something that we would do. So he would ask, and our load shedding schedules were the same as well. So he would ask, are you going to call or must I call, that type of thing. So we just confirm that. We'd make sure that our phones were fully charged so that we don't run out of battery life, so that we could speak throughout load shedding, and then obviously wait for the lights to come back. So it was an everyday thing until this one time I called this nigga, and this guy never answered. And I was like, and the thing is, we had spoken 5 minutes before. Uguti, okay, I'm going to call you when the shit's hit. All of a sudden, he's not picking up my calls. I try texting. Now I'm thinking something happened to him. I try texting, trying to figure out what is happening with this guy. This guy is not reverting any of my texts or calls. And then I realized, Uguti, I'm being ignored because this guy is tweeting, but he's not saying anything on WhatsApp. When I call, it rings, he doesn't pick up. Even on WhatsApp, I call, it rings, he doesn't pick up. I'm just like, you know what? I'm clearly being ghosted here, but it's fine. I ended up blocking this guy. Like, I blocked him everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, phone, deleted his number because I was just like, guys, if you no longer want someone in your life, just say it. Rather them being heartbroken at the fact that you were honest with them, and it's quicker to heal from that than you keeping quiet and not saying anything. Now they have to figure out whether you still want them or not. No, that is horrible behavior, nasty business, and you guys need to stop it. People that do this, you guys need to stop it because you're playing with people's feelings. There's so much anxiety going around. People are worried about paying bills, and then you're going to add that type of anxiety where you're ghosting people. No, guys, no. So yeah, I blocked him. So yeah, you know what? Losing people has just, it's whatever for me. If you want to go, bro. Go, it's fine. We keep it moving this side. I'm chasing my bag more than anything. I'm not in the business of chasing another human being. And guys, I think I've gotten to a point where I place people where they place me, and that's so important. You need to place people where they place you. Know your place in people's lives and act accordingly, or else you'll be very disappointed. I've held friends at the highest regard and they've never returned the favor. I have one specific friend, and I actually don't want to consider her a friend anymore, because this is one particular friend who will always hit me up when she wants an update on my life, and I'm like, girl, I don't call you wanting an update about your life. So she'll say things like, oh, hi, how's life treating you? Where you getting your bag? Which man are you sleeping with now? Hi, bo, I don't ask you about your relationship, but here you are asking me personal things. That's why I keep reiterating that you should normalize lying about personal things about your life when being asked by people, because abantu bathanda indaba, and that's all they want. They want to suppress their own pain by listening to your problems. So this is one particular friend that I've cut off, because I'm just like, no, why are you so into my business like that? Why you want to know where I'm getting my finances? Why do you want to know how I'm living my best life when I don't ask you that? Like, and this is the very same person who will worship a man like a man is the alpha and omega. But ask her about her goals. Dololo, load shedding, Eskom, 2 hour slot, 6 to 8. Like, she doesn't have any goals and aspirations, but uzokutshela the weighing in ndoda yakhe, and I'm just like, your main and that ain't all that, sweetie. Your man ain't all that. Stop flaunting about a man that's not even all that. Please, bye, Felicia. Stop it. So yeah, this is one particular friend. She did one thing that really offended me, and I was just like, okay, I'm cutting her off. Where she was supposed to assist me with a particular matter. Now, I don't want to go into detail with that, because I know for a fact that this person watches my YouTube videos. She's one of the people that watch my videos, because obviously people will always want to be updated about your life, what you're getting up to, because their life is boring. Like Bonang said, they have to talk about you, because when they talk about themselves, no one listens, child. Yes. So she was supposed to assist me with something, and she responded by saying, yeah, you must understand, and I have a man. How's my man gonna feel when I'm assisting you with... Yo, guys, y'all give men way too much credit, hey? Tell me about your goals and aspirations. Tell me where you see yourself in the next 5 years. A man that cannot even provide for you financially. But Talks with Tinah is not about throwing shade, so let me just end it at that. So yeah, decided to cut her off, and I was just like, and I think we are born naye uguti. No, I am done with you, sweetie. I am so done with you. I am living my best life. The only people that deserve my attention are the people that are down for me like that. People that always look out for me, and people that always wish me the best in whatever endeavor I'm embarking on. And if you're not going to do that, if you're always gonna want to be nosy about my private life, yeah, that door is indefinitely closed. So yeah, guys, I think I said enough about friends. Family cutting me off as well. I mean, I've got like 3 cousins in total, all girls that got married. We weren't invited. One particular cousin out of the 3 is actually the godmother to my children, and I was highly offended at that. She got married, so one weekend bebam lobola obviously, and then she had her traditional wedding. I was not invited to that. She didn't even tell me about her pregnancy. She gave birth to a girl. We actually gave birth in the same year. I gave birth in March. She gave birth somewhere September, October-ish, or somewhere lap. But yeah, we gave birth the same year. And yeah, our relationship has just never been the same since. And I also think it's because we've taken beef from our parents, and it has now trickled down onto us as cousins. And unfortunately, I'm just not the one. If your mother's beefing with my mom, it's got nothing to do with me. Let us have a fallout on our own. Let's not involve abazali type of thing. But I guess not everybody thinks like me or reasons like me, and that's fine, but yeah, she got married, and yeah, wow, that's when I think that was the pivotal part of accepting life for what it is. If people don't hold you at a level where you think you belong, then I think it's time that you start cutting ties with people like that, because unfortunately you can't change that narrative. You can't change how they see you. You can't change how they perceive you as well. So yeah, it's all about moving on and just keeping it moving. You can't force your place in people's lives. If people don't value you, go find someone that values you. I've always said this to my mom, and she always disagrees with me. I always say, if you're not loved by your own family, go outside and create your own family, guys. You don't need blood relatives to live a fulfilling life. You don't. Personally, I've had outsiders do the utmost for me, more than my family. And that is why I have decided to create my own family. I have children that love me. I think I've been blessed there, where God has just given me my son and my daughter who absolutely adore me. They think I'm the best thing in the world. And I have friends who look out for me, who are down for me like that. And that is all I need. That is literally all I need. If I have that handful of people who think I'm the best thing that's ever happened in their lives, that is more than enough for me. And my mom always disagrees with me when I say you go out and create your family, because she says I'm being arrogant about it. And I'm like, I'd rather be arrogant about it, because at the end of the day, you cannot beg people to be in your life. You cannot beg people to see you the way you see yourself, unfortunately. We're cut from different cloths sometimes, and we don't have the same beliefs. We don't reason the same. So it is what it is. If people wanna perceive you and have a narrative of how they choose to see you, that's fine. That is not your problem. All you need to do is just find your tribe and be at your best. So yeah, guys, it's all about protecting your mental health more than anything, placing people where they place you, and not overexerting or overcompensating your place in people's lives. That's very important. I suffer a lot from detachment. I've had to learn how to let people go. I've struggled with this from childhood up until my adulthood. I grieve. When I grieve someone, I grieve for a very long time until I've completely healed. Whereas maximum a week, people have already moved on with their lives. Unfortunately, I'm just not wired like that. But over the years, I've had to take life for what it is, because unfortunately, it's the inevitable. You are going to lose people. You are going to, have friendship breakups. You are going to have fallouts with family members. It's just life, and I guess that's how you just wing it, unfortunately. But yeah, man. Sure, I resonate with today's topic a lot, and shout out to Sikelela Njoli on Twitter, who suggested that we do speak about this topic today on #Talks with Tinah. So thank you so much for that. If you do have other topics you'd like me to speak about on this particular segment on my channel, please do drop a comment below. Do not forget to tell a friend that this is where you want to be. Please, again, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for for watching. This is episode 3 of Hashtag Talks with Tinah, which will be dropping every second Tuesday. And shout out to everybody that's been supporting my content, man. I really do appreciate it. And I hope, again, this episode has resonated with you. And I hope we get to have more insightful conversations like these going forward. Cheers for now. Adios, amigos.